Okay, the final type of select query I'm going to show you is the use of a parameter query. And I'm going to keep this very simple and just say that they can be used with all the other operators I've shown you. They can be used with wildcards, they can be used with more than, less than, equal to, and you've got to put these outside the square brackets. Now that won't make any sense yet, but what I'm going to do is a simple parameter query just to show you how it works. Now, up until now, all the queries I've shown you have been hard coded. That is, once the query's been saved, it'll only look for the data you've typed into the criteria. For instance, the query here, might, which I think was asterisk, might asterisk, when I run that, the only thing that's going to look for ever is the word might in a string. It won't do anything else. That's all it'll ever do. Now, you don't really want that with a query. You want it to give you some flexibility that every time you run it, it looks for what the user wants to look for, and that's where parameters come in really handy. The query passes data from the user to the query. Now, it's really simple to do this, and what I'm going to do is show you basically how to do that. So what you do is you go to Queries, New again, Design View, add your table, add the fields, and in CD number here, I'm going to put a square bracket, get it bigger, and in here I'm going to put a little message which is, please enter the CD number required. Type in issues here, and what I'm going to do now is I can either run it, but what I'm going to do is save it and say yes, query parameter number, and I'm going to go to OK. Now you'll see a big difference here when I run this query. It won't pull up data. What it'll actually do is bring a message box up. So I'll run this parameter number query now, and you'll see that's what happens. So I type in CD number 3, and it finds CD number 3. I run it again. This time I want to find CD number 7, and it finds it. So parameters are a really simple way of getting flexibility out of a query, which up until now we haven't done. So that's a really powerful feature in queries in Access, and it's a good one to remember. And I'll come back on that later on, how to incorporate that into forms.